Hello, it's Josh here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back finally to Disneyland in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Now, it's been a while since we've been in this park, a very, very long while. Mainly because I haven't really had much, gusto, I guess you could say, to build this park. And that's just because I spent so many hours on it, and I spent a lot of time on it. And I think we got to something like episode 8 or 9 or something, and at that point I'd reached like 100 hours, or, well, probably not 100 hours, but a lot of hours of building this park, and I kind of got a bit bored of it, and I'm still a little bit bored of it, but I am almost ready to come back to building some more stuff in this park, possibly in the next couple of weeks, but mixed in with other content. But for now, it's Halloween time. It's Halloween, it's October. Halloween may be cancelled this year, basically. But we're still doing Halloween, because screw it, why not? So we're going to be decorating both this park and Robloxian Point London with some nice Halloween decorations throughout the entire place. Now, so far, I just wanted to show you these. Now, there's going to be a lot of these because I'm going to put these around basically all of the lights here, especially in Disneyland. I'm not sure about Robloxian Point London because the thing is that in Disneyland here, they'd have loads of money to decorate for Halloween, and they do. And they normally decorate it really nice and all that sort of stuff. Whereas a park like Robloxian Point London wouldn't really have that sort of money to spend on Halloween decorations. So we'll have to see about that. Maybe the main street lights or some of the main lights will have it, but this park we're going to be a bit more adventurous with, and Robloxian Point London we're going to be a bit more, I guess, stubborn with the money. Now, what I'm going to do here then, how this video is going to be laid out, is obviously I'm just saying hello right now. Then we're going to go into a time lapse and we're going to decorate this park. We'll have a little tour around it. Then we'll go to Robloxian Point London, talk about that for a second, do a time lapse, and then we'll tour around that as well. So with that done, I'd say we get on with it and not waste any time. So, cue the time lapse. Right, there we go. It's completely done, pretty much. I mean, I'm trying to think of other things that I could do, really, but I'm not sure of anything else that I can really do than what I've already done. So what I've basically done, we'll have a look around here, shall we? What I've done is I've recolored, not all the lights, but some of the main lights to orange, this orangey colour. And I've obviously put these nice little reefs around them here, as well as obviously putting some pumpkins and skeletons decorations around, as you can see right here. And also, in a second, I'll show you. We've got these little pumpkin hanging lights like this. Obviously, you can see how we've got some pumpkins and stuff around the ground and shit like that. But as well as that, we've also got some nice like cobwebs dotted around the places on the buildings. Now, I already know this is going to be an absolute faff to clean up after Halloween is going to be done. You don't need to say that, but yeah, it's going to be absolute hell, because I'm going to have to rechange all the lights and find all these stupid damn cobwebs. But you know what, it's not bad. We've obviously got all this light here. We've got those nice little cobwebs on top of here. Now, I decided not to do any reefs around this area because I felt like it's a bit too much of a central area. That's like kind of like be a bit crowded with all these. And obviously, we haven't done anything with Adventureland because that's not done. I've not done anything with the castle because honestly, I didn't know what to do with the castle. I didn't know exactly how to decorate this in a way that looks nice without making it look crap. So I've kind of just left that and just done this main street area like this. If you have got any suggestions for how I can decorate this, we can definitely chuck them in another episode, in another Halloween video. At the end of the video, we can chuck in some extra decorations. So if you have got any other ideas, then definitely chuck them down in the comments and I might have a look at doing them, definitely. Now, one thing that I would like to point out is that there's a lot of props here that I've used. And like I said before, they'd be able to afford that. But what you're about to see in a second is we're going to move on to the Robloxian point in London. And you're going to start seeing a lot of hay bales and stuff. Now, the reason for that is if you aren't British, you'll not know this, but, well, British parks, a lot of them often don't have much of a budget. Now, Robloxian Point in London is quite a fairly large park, so it'd have a bit of a budget, but at the same time, it wouldn't have that much budget. And for a high-budget theme park like this would be something like Alton Towers, and they normally just chuck some hay bales around, you know, put some reefs around, some decorations. They don't really have props around that much. And they'll chuck some scare mazes in, but the only reason why they do that is because that makes extra money for them. Now, am I going to do a scare maze or like a, well, it's basically just a shortened version of like a scary maze. Now, am I going to do something like that? Probably not, because I don't really have anywhere to do that. Although, I am thinking of building a haunted mansion on this plot. I just don't know where. I don't know if I want to do it on a separate plot or if I want to do it on here somewhere. Because I could do it on this main street or something like that. But if I'm going to build it on this, I want it to be permanent. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. And if I am going to do that. So we'll just have to see about that. And maybe we will do one at some point. I'm just not sure. There'll definitely be one at some point, whether it's next Halloween or it's not even on Halloween. I do want to do, obviously, a haunted mansion ride or haunted mansion scare maze thingy at some point in this place here. But anyway, ignoring all that sort of stuff, we've got quite a lot of space to decorate because this is, well, I mean, it's actually about the same size, but it's still a fairly big park, so we need to decorate quite a lot here. So without further ado, let's get on with decorating it all then. So I'll see you in a bit. Right, so finally, the entire thing has been basically done. Now, I did consider lighting up the roller coaster here with some lights, but I'm not sure that it really looked very good. So I decided I'd rather do it on a bit of a live section here, and we can see how it looks. But I honestly, I don't know if it'll look very good, because, yeah, it's not very strong, first of all, and second of all, it's just not really. I don't know. Let's have a look. It might look good, you know. That's a bit. Maybe we need a darker like that, or maybe we do want something. I don't know. Honestly, this is a bit of a difficult one. That looks very whitey. We want something that's a bit more like orange. So, you know what? I reckon we just go with this because this is the most orangey orange there is. Although, actually, you know what we could do? Light it up red. Oh, yes. This is what we want right here. Although it is a little bit random just having some lights just across the ground here. But, I mean, these are only for Halloween. So, I mean, you know, whatever. I honestly thought this wouldn't look very good, to be honest, for some reason. I thought it looked just a bit, like, tacky, I guess. But actually, it looks quite nice. So, let's get a couple more lights in like that. And then we'll get some along here as well. And then I think that'll be basically done for this part. That actually looks very nice, you know. I might even keep those lights into the future. Maybe not red, but maybe keep them on like a bit more of a lighter red. Because I actually kind of like that, you know. I've accidentally found something that I really like. Well, there we go. We might even 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to keep these 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just trying to keep them about evenly spaced. There we go. That looks very interesting. You know, it's very different. But obviously, we've also done other decorations, such as on the beast building here, we've got some little spiders. We've got all this nice bunting and these little pumpkin wreaths. And you're gonna see a lot of this sort of bunting and pumpkin wreaths and stuff like this because that's what they basically have. And I don't know why, but this looks better than Disneyland, and that's probably because this is more realistic to me. I'm used to. I'm used to theme parks looking like this at Halloween, for example, like Alton Towers. This is what it looks like in the UK. We don't have the budget to go out big and put wreaths around lights and stuff like that, but as you can see, we've just got some wreaths and some little plastic spiders that they'll stick on and some little, like, thingies here. A lot of jack-o'-lanterns and stuff, as you can see right here, and some, like, fake skeletons that you bought. They bought for £5 down at, like, B&M or something, which that means nothing to people in America, but it's basically like Dollar General, maybe. It's just like a very cheap saver shop. And then in this entrance area, I've put a little bit more into it, mainly because I feel like they put a lot more detail into this entrance area because this is the part you see first, I guess. So we've got this this big wreath here with a big pumpkin cat in it. And then we've obviously got all these lovely little bits of bunting, some hay bales around and that sort of stuff. And obviously, we've changed all the lighting to orange. We haven't bothered in the car park, because in real life, they wouldn't really bother doing anything in the car park. Mainly because, well, what's the point in doing anything in the car park, really, you know? No one's really going to see that. And then, obviously, now we've just added in all these nice red lighting here. Which I think this looks very nice, you know? I like it a lot. But that's basically everything that we've got to do for today's episode. So, I mean... But this has been a bit of a strange video, but I mean, if you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Check out my links down below. Everything that you do really supports me, so thank you all so much for that. And also, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video. Goodbye.